is Nicole from the Blind Guy site, and Lauren showed me an interesting tag we thought we'd try. It's called, what's it called, Lauren?
It's called the Impact of Blindness tag.
Right. So we're going to answer these questions, and I'm going to do it first, and we're going to switch, and Lauren's going to do it, so there's going to be 2 videos.
Yeah, and shout out to Sydney from Seeing Blind. She was actually the one to introduce us to the tag challenge.
Right. And sorry I forgot to introduce Laura behind the camera. Yeah.
No, I'm a go.
Alright, so the first question is, what is your visual impairment? So my visual impairment is RP, but it's better known as Bardet-Biedl syndrome. Question 2. Is your condition progressive or stable? Mine is progressive. It's said to decrease over time. When I was younger, it didn't seem that big difference. And it wasn't until 2 or 3 years ago that I noticed a drastic change. And that was when I had to start wearing shades and I had to change my eye prescription on my glasses.
You feel like the biggest thing was that your eyes became more sensitive to light?
Well, I was always sensitive, but it was at the point where I would just be outside wearing all shades and I'd still be getting headaches. So I knew that wasn't right. That something was up. Number 3. Does your vision fluctuate from day to day? I think for me it depends on the weather. Like, if it's super bright, then it would give me a headache in my shades, and I'm glad I have 2 different pairs. One for when it's just low sunny, and then one where it's like you're on the beach type sun. And also if it's cloudy or it's raining. When it's raining, I can't see anything, and it's weird because you'd think echolocation or having some earrings would help me, but when it rains, the sound seems to echo on itself, and it gets very confusing to focus. Other than that, I feel like from day to day, it depends on what I'm doing. If I'm on the computer or the phone a lot, I have to take a break because I know I'm straining my eyes. Or if it's, say, like I'm LARPing or I'm doing a museum where it's dim lighting, I know any bright flashes from a camera or phone would be a bad reaction. So question 4 is, name 3 positive qualities you gained from being blind. And I had to think on this one because you have to think out what it was you gained from being blind and what you gained that you learned from growing up yourself. And I feel for me it would be being adaptive, because I look at situations and I think, okay, how will a normal person approach this challenge? Then how would I have to change it so that I can do the same challenge and not feel held back or unable to complete it? I feel like another one is having a positive outlook and putting myself under people's shoes, because I've seen how society treats those with disabilities and it sucks. And I wouldn't want anyone else to feel that isolated or depressed or, treated differently just because of what they're born with. And
The third one?
Do you want to something? Yeah, I had to think on the third one because it's not something I would admit to, but I feel like being blind or low vision, it makes you more vulnerable and asking for help. I admit I am stubborn, and I'm sure that people know me notice that I try my hand at completing a task multiple times before finally turning to someone, asking them for assistance, which I know I need to do more.
It's hard because you don't want to feel like you're a burden on those around you.
Well, that, and it's like, at the same time, it's like, you know you can do it, and you get frustrated when you can't complete it.
Yeah. What do you think in your head when you realize that you have to ask somebody for help and you don't want to?
Well, I get really embarrassed because I feel kind of ashamed that I need help. But I feel like sometimes I need to speak up sooner because a lot of times I'll end up having panic attacks and my mind will go in a dark place because, you know how it is. It's like you doubt everything about yourself because you can't complete the task.
Right, and then, like you said, it just leads to a downward spiral.
Right, it's really hard out of.
What would you suggest is a good way to get out of that if your mind goes in that direction?
I think it depends on the person. Like, I know for me, it's just having someone will come up and distract me, like talk about something positive and like not try to force me to talk about it because that's the last thing I want to do is talk about what's on my mind.
Right, like I'm gonna go in nature. When I come back, we can maybe talk about it if I'm ready.
I know for other people, it's like they need to talk to it at that moment or they want to be held or hugged. Like, it's different for every person.
Yeah, I know some people feel when they go into that downward spiral that they're gonna burst from the inside out.
Yeah.
A Frozen reference.
Really? Really long. So, question 5 is, how does blindness make your life better? And I feel like for me, it helped that I was able to find a community or a niche that's been through what I've been through and that I can lean on them for help and assistance and if I need to, someone to talk to. I also feel like it helped me become more of an advocate. That if I see something wrong going on, I'm going to stand up and help those that are in trouble instead of staying to the side. Because I feel like, oh, you're blind, so they don't really expect you to say anything. And I think that's also another thing is that when I hear someone say, oh, you can't see, so you can't complete this, or you shouldn't be doing this, I feel like that's more of a challenge than that I need to show them they're wrong. Question 6. How does blindness make your life more difficult? And I know the obvious answer is transportation or driving, but for me, that's not a big deal. I mean, it is a giant pain having to plan an entire day just for one errand, or a day when task played with driving, but I don't see it as being difficult. I just see it more as an annoyance. I feel like for me, it comes down to careers. I feel like because you're blind or low vision, our case, that people have a expectation of what you can and can't do. Like, I know for me, a lot of my dream jobs, either I can't get my foot in the door, or they want to give me an opportunity because they expect I can't complete it. Like, when I was younger, I wanted to do theater, I wanted to do forensics, and both of those fields were closed to me. And now, recently, I want to do baking, but no shop or cafe will let me go in their back of their store and bake for them, work for them, which I find very frustrating.
Yeah, it always goes back to that stereotype that if you're blind, you can't cook because you're going to hurt yourself.
Not only that, but they only give me a chance. Like, I've been on a lot of interviews, and as soon as they see a change, they're like, oh, it's already filled, or, well, we're no longer looking for someone.
I always love the, we'll call you and get back to you, and it never happened.
Right.
And then when you reach out to them, they're like, no, it's filled, or, oh, we're not hiring anyone anymore right now.
Right. Well, it's frustrating because I love baking. I love how, like, people, when they get baked goods, it brightens up their day and makes them happy. But that's, I can't help how people think or feel.
I told you should just use social media and make your own shop.
Yes, by studying experience. I'm working on it. That's all I can do is keep working on it.
One step at a time. Da, 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 da.
So, question 7 is, what opportunity or experience you experience what touch your vision? And I had a lot of fun opportunities growing up due to either needing assistance or to my sight. But I feel like one that stands out to me the most is when me and Lauren were in London doing a study abroad trip. And we were given a personal tour by the guards at the Tower of London. We were looking at the Royal Jewels and the Royal Jewels Tower. And at first they thought we were trying to steal because we were really close to the display case and we were standing there a little bit too long for lighting.
Yeah, imagine touristy American staring at the jewel. I was still behind a piece of glass, but literally being an inch away from it for like 5 minutes at a time.
And it didn't help that Lawrence asked me what it said, so my hand was touching the plate glass with the name tag, trying to follow along what I was reading.
Yeah, now that I think about it, I don't think we're supposed to touch it.
No. But then we also weren't supposed to touch art at the Museum of Art in London, and we did that anyway. That's another experience we did. We got to experience, you know?
I love London.
But, yeah, when the guards saw the canes, they felt like jerks. And then they passed us from one guard to the next, and we got to hear about their own experiences, being guards at the museum, history, curses, and at the end we actually got to touch one of the crowns worn by Queen Elizabeth. Question 8. What's one thing you wish you can do, but you can't because of your disability? I feel like for me, it would be perform on stage. Like I said, when I was younger, I was really into performance, and the closest I did that was being choir. But I really wish, like most theater people, that I could do Broadway and actually perform for audience. But I know because of my disability, that probably will never happen.
I don't know. I mean, as of last year, they started accepting those with disability on stage more. I mean, they had that one girl that was in a wheelchair for Oklahoma.
Right, but I feel like that's more of that they're able to move on off stage without assistance. I just feel like it's still a long way to go before there's a blind or low vision actress on stage. Probably something that's big as Broadway. So, like 7, I'm kind of excited for this question. Question 9 is, what's one thing you can do that people are surprised when they discover you can do it? And for me, that's doing LARP. Not actually like taking part with the interaction role play, but more of the buffer fighting aspect. A lot of people are surprised when they hand me a handful of birdseed packets as spells, and I'm able to hit all the monsters or bad guys in dead center, which is, center of the chest or kill shots. And all I'm getting as a leadway is, oh, they're 5 feet in front of you. Oh, they're to the left. Oh, aim a little higher. Where people who have full vision are totally missing targets. And I know from my friends that they're surprised because they don't expect me to do this at all. Which makes me wonder what would happen if he gave me a sword or weapon.
No.
But, you know how badass that would be?
And you really would be Daredevil.
Maybe.
Swinging your sword like it's a cane. Well, that'd be fun to see.
Yeah, it would be.
A blind assassin.
I mean, I already have stealth covered.
Right.
All I need is a weapon.
What would be your weapon of choice?
I don't know, like, my friend Alan let me try a 2-handed sword. And it was really heavy, so I feel like for me it'd either be a dagger or a short sword would probably be better for me.
Not a bow and arrow?
Well, I mean, I already know I can do ranged targets.
Yeah, that's why I suggested it.
Last question, and it's Lauren's turn. So, question 10 is, what would you tell the sighted community? And I feel like for me it could go a number of ways, but I feel the most important is don't treat us like we're made of glass or that we're fragile. Because we're just like you, we just can't see. And just because our eyes are damaged doesn't mean we're not capable of doing the same stuff as everyone else. And also that just because we can't see what's going on around us, don't exclude us. If we ask what's going on, don't be like, oh, they have hearing, so they didn't have sense, or they can't see it, so it's not important. It's not fun feeling like you're left out of group just because you can't see it.
Right, you have your other senses that can help you gather what's going on around you.
Right, but still, sometimes it doesn't feel like it's a full picture. Like, for example, if there's someone on stage performing an act, yes, you can hear the jokes, you can hear them pulling out objects, but unless you're like told, oh, it's deck of cards in their hands, or they have a little animal, you don't really get what's going on. So you don't get the jokes or what's going on in front of you. So that was interesting. My turn's over, so Lauren will jump on soon. If you want to reach out to me, I have a Facebook account with my name, Nicole Wheatley. You can find me there, or you can find me on Instagram or Twitter, but those are under my pen name, Luminance Frost. I also have a DeviantArt page underneath Luna, where I write a lot of poetry that I really think you guys should check out if you like to read about nature or mythology or the paranormal. And then I also have a blog called Enchanting Tales, where I talk about witchcraft, magic, folklore, and other stuff. So, or to learn. Bye guys!